Group 2 contest over a mile and 6 furlongs. Dozen runners starting directly in front of the stands, and they're off and racing. King's Proctor jumped out alertly. Almogarev is making smooth ground, and Yabas being sent forward wide out. Nelson is also moving forward as they're already approaching that first bend, and Nelson is going to angle across and get the lead from Yabas and Linwood Gold. Almogarev on the outside of King's Proctor with Stream of Stars held 3 wide. Now, having got their positions, the pace will steady as the leaders pull up in front. Sovereign Duke just ahead of Southern France. Kew Gardens at this stage is settled towards the back, racing on the outside of Dubai Empire. Jeremiah is towards the back of the pack, and Draper's Guild is just about last. So it's Nelson settled down in front as they run downhill inside the final mile and 3. Yabas and King's Proctor the next two, with Linwood Gold in the yellow sleeve jacket on the outside. Sovereign Duke, Stream of Stars and Almogarev at the next little wave, just ahead of Dubai Empire, who races quite keenly now on the inside of Southern France. Jeremiah still towards the back with Kew Gardens in the purple cap, and last of all is the nose bandage Draper's Guild. So Nelson hasn't been hanging around here. Despite getting to the front, he didn't really drop anchor, and down the hill he's extended the advantage to a good 6 lengths or so as they'll turn at the far end. Racing in second place at this stage is Yabas with King's Proctor. Stream of Stars being forced to improve 3 wide round Swindley Bottom. The maroon colours moving into third there. Past in 5th place now races Linwood Gold. 6th for Sovereign Duke. Almogarev blue colours with the big white face just ahead of Dubai Empire, who is currently making a couple of places on the inside. Kew Gardens comes next, and still towards the tail of the field we have the likes of Draper's Guild as they make their way uphill now. Jeremiah still towards the back as well. So Nelson trying to get some sort of breather in, but the pace has been pretty fast and furious, and they're already past the 6, so well past halfway. 6 lengths the gap from Nelson back to Yabas, who in turn is pulling away from Stream of Stars and King's Proctor. Also Kew Gardens making a little bit of progress. Purple cap moves up into 5th. Sovereign Duke, Linwood Gold just lost a place or two. Almogarev comes next, and behind these Dubai Empire. Nelson still has this clear advantage as they reach the half mile. 5 to 6 lengths back to Yabas. Stream of Stars poised in the maroon colours on the outside of King's Proctor. All the time Kew Gardens sweeping round the outside. Then Sovereign Duke. Almogarev moves off the rail. Then trying to make some progress is Draper's Guild. Nelson's lead isn't quite so far on the turn in, as now Yabas begins to close and the whole pack begin to make inroads. Stream of Stars for Frankie Dettori. Kew Gardens, Almogarev. Draper's Guild towards the outside. King's Proctor towards the inside. Nelson saved a bit. Kew Gardens stable companion in pursuit, and now moves threateningly to challenge. Almogarev is in third, but it's Kew Gardens who's moved through the lead, edging over to the fence. Leads from Nelson. Almogarev then staying on as well into 4th is Southern France inside the final 150 yards, and out in front Kew Gardens is going to lead home, and Aidan O'Brien clean sweep in the Queen's Vase. Kew Gardens beats Southern France and Nelson, a 1-2-3 for the Irish maestro. Almogarev was 4th, Yabas 5th, and a Draper's Guild, Stream of Stars. Sovereign Duke was behind those. King's Proctor and Linwood Gold the next across the line. Jeremiah towards the tail. They went a good gallop set by Nelson, and Kew Gardens has won this race for Ryan Moore and Aidan O'Brien. 6th success in the race for Aidan, and for good measure he saddles the 1-2-3 here as Kew Gardens held on. Southern France was closing on Nelson as the run to the line, I think got up for second and has comfortably done so, but it's what a good 5 lengths behind Kew Gardens. They're the 1-2-3. Almogarev ran well in 4th place, clear of Yabas, as they finished well strung out. Nelson ensured this was a good staying test. These are the sorts of horses that could be lining up in the St Leger come the end of the season.
Here is the winning trainer on the board at Royal Ascot for the first time in 2018, Aidan O'Brien. Well done. Was that the performance from Kew Gardens that you'd always thought he had in him?
We always thought he'd stay, Ollie. He loves fast ground. We were very happy with him all the time. He was a little bit disappointing in Epsom, but we were very happy since then. So Donegal just thought in Epsom maybe take our time a little bit more on him would suit him. So Ryan did that today, and it was lovely. Couldn't be happier, really.
1-2-3. Your other two have run well in the race as well.
Yeah, no, delighted with him. Donegal's horse was his first run back in a long time, so you'd be delighted with that. Seamus' horse is a big baby still, and he's going to improve a lot as the year goes on. So you couldn't be happier, really.
What's the plan with Kew Gardens now?
Yeah, no, sure, he can do a lot of things, really. He can go back to the Irish Derby. He can have a little rest. He can be trained for the Ledger. But he's a lot of options. And like I say, he came out of Epsom very well. And if he comes out of this as well as he did there, he can go back anywhere, really.
Is the Ledger the most likely place?
I think, listen, the Ledger's a long ways away. But obviously, in the autumn, it would be a lovely race for him.
OK. And finally, when you saw John Gosden having all those winners yesterday, how did you sleep last night?
No, I was asleep. I was delighted for John, delighted for Frankie, delighted for everybody, really. We all know how tough this is. And some days it rolls for you, some days it doesn't. And listen, it's great to be here and in such an unbelievably special place, really.
Yeah. Another Royal Ascot winner. Well done, Aidan.
Yeah, thanks, Ollie. Appreciate it.
There we go.